Welcome to this new podcast.
Yeah, this is very exciting for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was my first time like interviewing someone
Yeah.
in a channel. Well, I guess we're interviewing each other.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like more fun, I think.
It's the first time I've had someone else in this tiny room making a video. Usually it's just me with my leg
Yeah.
over here just perfectly placed
Yeah.
to get the framing right.
Yeah, it's really interactive, I guess.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Usually it's me staring at a screen trying to say a line over and over. I keep messing up.
Yeah.
So I guess I want to start with who we are.
Oh, okay.
So why don't you go first?
Okay, my name is Arthur. So I'm originally from France, but I live in Australia for 5 years. I work with digital marketing and technology. And I guess I've been creating content for the last all my life, basically. So I think that's an interesting point that we will talk about today.
Yes. So basically, we agreed that our crossover is that we're both digital creators.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about the pros and cons that come with that badge.
Yeah.
I'm quite new to the game.
Yeah.
Although, just like you, I think I've been creating content my whole life.
Yeah.
But it's just only noticed now in hindsight. Like,
Yeah.
when I was growing up, I'd started doing hip hop dancing
Oh,
when I was
really?
15.
On which
And I used
app?
to start on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I used to start just waist down, just my feet moving.
Yeah.
I'd edit it on Sony Vegas 6 or something
Yeah.
and upload those. What was your first?
Video content?
Yeah.
I think it was Instagram, so it was just like my life. It was like really my day, me, and me by the mean that I'm not one category. I'm more like an individual that do so many stuff, and I just document what I do. I would say, I've never been specified into one topic at first.
Yeah, you don't like to be pigeonholed into a...
I think that's the way to succeed. You need to specialize yourself into a niche. But like I also think that you can be broad and yourself and you can still develop an audience that will be maybe even more loyal to you because they will know you across all the things you do, not only the topic of interest.
Well, right now I'm reading a great book called The Art and Business of Writing Online by Nicholas Cole. And one of the points he makes is that when you start making enough content, you know the stuff that you make that does the best with the audiences. And maybe it's not the stuff you want to do the most. Like you have this, I might want to make videos about self-help, but I find that my comedy videos do much better.
Yeah.
And he says the solution to that is to always make the things that people love, but then in those link to your more passionate projects and keep making both. Make the stuff that feeds you, but then also make what you know is going to do well, and they can feed each other. So don't sacrifice one for the other, I think.
And I think a lot of creators are like sacrifice are doing that just to favorize what works. Like they forget all their passion projects. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. So you started to create content around hip hop music, and recently you give yourself a 1-year challenge. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. Okay. Well, so I'm an actor.
Yeah.
And with acting, there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting for an audition from your agent, lots of rejection. Everyone knows this. So I wanted a way that I could do performance, but that was within my own control.
Oh, okay.
I was also obsessed with reading. Like, I've read every self-help book and like self-improvement stuff, philosophy, psychology. And I wanted somewhere to put all those ideas that are swimming around in my head.
Yeah.
And so YouTube seemed like the perfect marriage of all the things that interest me. Yeah. Because it's comedy, it's performance, it's editing, it's self-help, it's psychology.
Yeah.
And eventually down the line, it also has the possibility of becoming a job if it goes well. So what was the question again?
like the question, it was it was about what you answered, like your 1-year challenge and the motivation behind that.
So on the 1-year thing, I knew at the start I would be a little bit disappointed because I know I put 14 hours into editing a video. You put it out there and 28 people watch it and you're like, oh, why am I not already massive? And that's just not how it works. It takes a long time to build an audience on YouTube, especially because it's so saturated. There's so many people making great stuff on YouTube. So I said, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it long term just to make sure I know what that lifestyle actually looks like. Because only a month, 2 months, you don't really get a feel for what it's really like.
It's like more on the long run.
Yeah.
And like, do you feel, so you have work on other platforms such as Instagram Reel, YouTube. where did you get the most of traction?
TikTok immediately.
Oh, TikTok.
Not even close. Like I made a YouTube video, took me 14 hours and got 200 views.
Yeah.
I made a TikTok in Woolworths, took about 20 seconds, 50,000 views.
Really?
50,000 out of nowhere.
Really?
And I was like, yeah.
Did people follow you as well?
Yeah,
okay,
I've already got like 100 followers on TikTok now from like zero, and I've only been on it for two weeks. And I accidentally made something like that went semi-viral.
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube, that's 2-3 years down the road, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's even YouTube Shorts. I notice when I cut my content down to a 60-second cliff notes, that gets 2,000 views when the video gets 50. Because they're pushing their short form content, and people don't have time. They just they want to improve now, which is like okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Do you do the same thing? Because you make Salesforce marketing tutorials, which I don't understand. I'd love you to give me explain like I'm 5 years old of how that system works.
Yeah. So basically, what it is more like a platform to do all your marketing. So basically, like a big company, like for example Audi or like BMW, they don't have like 5-10 different platforms to do their email campaign, Facebook ads, and all of that. They have one platform where they do everything. So all the data of their marketing activity is into one software called Marketing Cloud. And us, what we do is we set up the platform, so we configure the platform for the client. So when the client buy a Marketing Cloud, it's like it's an empty house, and our job is to build the furniture and the layout of the house, basically. So that's what we do.
So then if you are a company and you're running a bunch of different ad campaigns, some on Facebook, can you create a Facebook ad campaign directly through Salesforce, or does it still redirect you to Facebook to actually build the campaign?
I think it's more like we create the audience. So we create, so for example, we could say, if this guy opened this email and visited your website twice, then create a specific audience that we can reuse in Facebook ads. You know what I mean? So we work a lot with data and information about the user to populate some personalized experience. So if you do this, that, and this, you will get something different when you visit the website than someone that did 1, 2, 3, for example. And this is across the ads, the email, and the web. So this is what we do. And I started to create some video about that. And that's really interesting because it's such a niche topic that it's not like WordPress or Notion where you can go 2 million view video. Like it's not possible with Marketing Cloud. But the idea is to show that you are competent in your domain. You know, it's really like more B2B, I would say. Like it's just to show that, okay, I'm confident and competent on the task A, B, C, D, and that's how I do it. You can watch me doing it.
Right, okay. So it's building a credibility.
Exactly.
So then I guess the very obvious question here is, can you use and do you use this knowledge on your own YouTube channel? Like, do you crunch your own analytics in an advanced way and use that to build an audience for yourself? No. And why not?
Because I need to go fast. Like, like basically, like the way it's happened right now is like we are Monday. Like I have to create the YouTube video. So the alarm pop in my mind. You need to create it. I'm too lazy. I wait until Thursday. Thursday I say, okay, you really need to continue and to be disciplined and to produce this video. And so I take 2 hours and I do boom, boom, boom. And okay, that's how to do it. And it have to be simple. You know, like the best video, I guess, are like short video that goes through one point. You don't want to build like a full system. You want to show one feature of the system. You know what I mean? So, but in the future, it will be interesting. I will. And also my video need to be related to what I do at work. So I did a task or a feature, and basically like the video that I will create during the week will relate to what I've learned this week. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good on two levels because on one level you're creating content, but on the second level you're forced to summarize what you've learned, and then it really helps you.
Oh yeah,
I noticed that. Like if I read a book and then I try to make a book summary video, I have to be like, oh, I really have to understand the concepts well enough to explain them to someone who hasn't read the book.
Yeah, there is a sentence that say the best way to learn is to teach.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's exactly right because you have to. People, especially, I used to tutor engineering, and people would ask you in-depth questions and be like, "But why this? Why that?" And as a student, I never knew why. I just knew how to get the right answer. But as a teacher, you have to understand the the principles underlying it. And that level of understanding is a much better place to be.
And it's really interesting to do that. And I think I saw it with competent people in my field, and not like those that are good but not exceptional. Is that often we have issue like bug, like things are not working at the first place. And someone that succeeds is someone that takes the time to go through all the process to understand where and why it doesn't work. You know what I mean? There is no easy way to fix these kind of things. And this requires a mental effort because most of the time you are too lazy until the moment you say, okay, I will fix it. And I did dive into it. Yeah. So it's really interesting. And I have a question for you. So before you mentioned that you wanted to be a content creator, so you work with a lot of creative side like actor. You did some ads as well for Beroka, I saw. It was really impressive. I was really impressed when I saw.
Funny.
But you mentioned that your family is related to technology and you used to study technology. Now, why don't you work in the field that you are destined for? And also, how do you make a living from content creation and this creative side, which I guess is way more difficult than working like in technology?
Okay, fantastic questions. So yes, my father is a programmer. Who works with machine code. He's an expert on Python. Like he's amazing at what he does. And I felt some indirect pressure growing up to do, it has to be mathematics, physics, engineering, medicine. Went to a selective high school where you take a test to get in, and then they push lots of maths, science-based STEM subjects on you early on because they get high-ranking marks, and then you go to uni, then you get a job, and you blah, blah, blah. And I guess I was good at those things, so I thought I should do them as a job, and it would make my dad proud, go and make $100,000 a year or whatever. But on this side, I was always doing different things. Like when I was like 6, I wrote a book of jokes or something, and then I started dancing, making dance videos. Then I was a magician. I just did everything, and then started acting when I was 22. And so I think I just, on some level, I was doing what I was good at rather than what I was really passionate about. And when you have a guaranteed path like that, like I know I could go and work somewhere and make 80K and live a comfortable life, but there's something deep in me that just is crying out to express, And I have spent a long time kind of pushing that down and being like, I'll make a video later, I'll do something later, and writing down ideas and never making anything of them. And I just hit some breaking point where I was like, man, I got to start doing this. I can't keep talking about it. Can't, because there's so much time. And
there is a good sentence that say one day or day one.
Yeah, one day or day one. It's like the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, and the second best time is right now. Things like that. So I just it took me just a long time to hit a breaking point where I finally started taking action. And now this leads me to what I wanted to talk about, where you just brought up. You say you're going to make a video on Monday, and you get to Thursday, and you're like, oh shit, I really got to make a video. And it's Friday, and you're stressing out. You got to film it, you got to edit it, you got to. And so now I struggle with that every single week. And my plan is now I'm going to just batch a day. I'm going to try and film 4 videos in a day, and then I'll have a month to figure out my game plan. I think, have you thought about doing that as well?
I did, but I don't want to do it because I think like the way you succeed with content creation is by building the habit. So me, every week I have the habit and the obligation to push a video. And if I don't do it, I say to myself, you will not be rewarded. Like the, you know, like there is some people, like, maybe it's bullshit, but like, you know, like there is a sentence that say like universe reward people that work hard. If you work hard, no matter if you are shit or not, like you will get lucky. And in my mind, like if we are Thursday and I didn't produce a video, there is someone that tell me you will have a shit weekend. Like if you want to have a good weekend, you need to be done on all your stuff.
And the more you do it, like if you've done 20 videos in a row, the idea of breaking that streak is I can't even think about it. You know? So I know I'm going to show up for myself because I've built the habit, the accountability.
Yeah, where having like 1 month's content and then doing nothing and then having to plan, I see it as a too high mountain that will be too difficult to climb the second time.
Right. Well, so here's my plan. My plan is do it once.
Yeah.
Just to get, so I have 4 in the bank.
Yeah.
But then the plan from then on is parallel processing, you know, which is like having 5 video ideas. I'm kind of slowly scripting over 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Instead of rushing to do one every week, because I feel rushed, and I think a bit more time, I could make the edit a lot more polished. I could make the script a bit tighter. So I just want to put in a bit of really hard work at the top, so I can have a more relaxed release process later. You know?
I guess like the only concern that I will have is to make sure that this don't become an excuse to don't produce.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Like I think like
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. We said we're going to talk about pros and cons of being a digital creator.
Yeah.
So would you rather start with pros or cons?
Cons.
You want to go bad and then good?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Are you the kind of person that when I order like a schnitzel and a salad, I eat all the salad first so that then I can eat the schnitzel?
I do that with the fries and the burger.
You eat
the fries first.
So you can skip yeah. All right, this is the fries.
Yeah.
So, what's one of the cons that comes to mind for you?
I think like the first one that I have in mind is that, for example, if I am with a girl, and let's say I talk to other girl, and I am with one, and I go out with her, then I really want to post like the story of like my moment with her because I feel it's cool. And the other one will see that. And this like already like breaks so many good start or like things like this because so this is my con. Like,
wait, so is it? So it's that if you're seeing a girl, but you're on a date with another girl, it's early stages.
Yeah,
you don't want to post a photo with her because the other girl will see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
But I end up doing it still
because you're trying to be honest, I guess.
Yeah, or like because I just have fun and I feel like you know everyone is seeing like more than one people at the same time when they are not in couple. So I feel what's the point of I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. No, I like the transparency anyway, to be honest. What else? Is there anything more relevant to the YouTube channel where is it like for me, I think the first thing that comes to mind is just the difficulty. The difficulty of it. Like I'll sometimes be in the middle of a 6-8 hour edit on like a Saturday. Yeah. And I'll just be like, I don't even know where I am. I'm like, I haven't showered, I haven't eaten, and I'm like, who am I doing this for? What am I doing? This is tough.
Yeah.
But then every time I hit publish, I feel so
relieved.
Fulfilled and relieved. Yeah.
I can imagine that. That's why what I like with like the current tutorial that I'm posting on social media is that it's pretty simple. Like in 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, I can produce and push my video. And
really? From filming until uploaded? Because yours is a screen recording. Yeah. And then simultaneous recording of yourself, you move it there. Yeah. You're done.
Like the small image, I don't know how you call that. Like the YouTube banner, you know. I create that on Canva and then I publish. And I post on LinkedIn as well. Do you know LinkedIn?
Yeah, I know LinkedIn. I never use it. I never use it.
Like to me, it's my channel. Like it's more my channel than YouTube. So I make like maybe 20,000 view per video on LinkedIn per video every week.
Really?
Yeah. So
really? Oh my god.
Yeah. So LinkedIn is working really well, more than YouTube actually.
Do you get professional opportunities from those videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So like like everyone, not everyone, but like I have people like from all over the world in the field that are following me, talking to me, adding me. It works so well, like, to be honest.
That's a good point about just trying to find your audience. Like when you're doing something as specific as you're doing, that's so professional.
Yeah.
It makes sense that LinkedIn would be a good place for it.
But I'm pretty sure that people don't watch my video.
Really? Why?
I think they just watch 3 seconds and they say, okay, cool. Right. Like, that's it.
Just to show that they're doing something productive. Yeah. Maybe.
Where YouTube, I think people watch them.
Well, YouTube, you can see the curve. You can see when they drop off. You know, mine's like 30-40% or something. They get a third of the way through and they're like,
But to come back to something that like is a cons, is like, for example, so I do like the video for myself, of course, and my company, for example, that I work for and I enjoy working for, they ask me, can you do some video for the company? And like where it's difficult to me, so I say yes and we will work on something, but my challenge with that is that why I do video, it's because my name and my brand in a way benefit directly from it, where I wouldn't have the passion of doing it on behalf of an entity like a company or something like this. Do you have this thing, like, for example, if I tell you Josh, or today you don't do video for Josh but you do video on behalf of Caleb, what would
okay, so it depends. There's parts of me, I love being put into a corner creatively because that's when I get to be really creative to get my way out. So if you were like, Josh, I need you to make a video about this board game that I love or something in the style of this YouTuber, I think I would really love the challenge of editing it to suit. But then if I had to do it more than one in every 10 times, I think I would hate it. You know? But I think once every 10 times it's like I do a lot of improv. I don't know if have you ever done improv before?
It's like when you don't plan and you speak just like this.
So you just get on stage and you do scenes completely made up. Well, they're much better when they have a suggestion from the audience. You know? If you go in going, it's overwhelming. Whereas if someone gives you something like you're in a kitchen on Mars or something, then you're like, thank you. That's a gift that I can use. So I don't mind prompts to make videos. Like the last one I made I made one about physical tics and how I manage them was off the back of a conversation with someone talking about how he struggles with stuttering. And so I got that and then I wrote it down in my phone and I was like, that's a really great idea. And that became my next
video. So it's like a seed and you grow as a tree.
Exactly. And that's one of the main things that has helped me is anytime I get any little idea, immediately write it down. Do you do that as well if you have? No. How far in advance do you plan what your next video is going to be?
Max can be 1 week. Minimum can be 1 day. Like I have to produce something. What did I learn this week? Boom.
And how, like, I don't know how Salesforce Marketing Cloud works, but how many more videos could you make? Is it inexhaustible? It's infinite.
But there is not a lot of content creator for this product. So there is another guy called Cameron that did like way more than me. He did maybe 200 or 300 and he continued to produce. But otherwise, I think like there is maybe like 4 guys there is not a lot of content creator. Like a lot of people that are talented are not creating content.
Well, I heard that of people living, there's only 1% that want to create content. And then of that 1%, there's only 1% that actually create content. And then of that 1%, there's only 1% that stick with it consistently. So you're talking, 0.0000001.
Which is crazy. And I guess like, and I see you are doing the same in a way. Us that we are creating content, we are fighting with ourselves to consume less content. This is so difficult. So I saw that you did your screen in black and white. What I did is I removed my Instagram app from iPhone and I let it go on the iPad. I download it. And then when I go to work, I don't have Instagram. So people that I care about, they reach me by text. And like the rest have to wait until I go back home. But it doesn't work that well because when I come back home, I'm like this on my iPad.
Sometimes you'll be at work, you'll be like, I can't wait to get home and go on Instagram. It's hard to manage. We're trying to use these platforms, trying to leverage our content, but then we're only human and they're so good at sucking us.
Yes, they are difficult.
Because I'm now making TikTok. I just downloaded TikTok for the first time, and of course, the speed at which it starts to throw you exactly what you want to see. It'll be like how to grow your TikTok audience, so like 5 self-help methods and how to grow your YouTube channel. I'll be like, get away from me. It's too good. Seductive, you know.
And I realized that with Instagram Reel, before it was like the content was okay, but I was not attracted to it. And then like I think it was 3 weeks ago, I scared myself because like the morning I was waking up, I was opening Instagram and I was watching the Reel. Before going to bed, watching the Reel. But like for 20 minutes, and I feel like there is an issue because like it's too addictive. Like it's like toxic. Toxic.
And it's not regulated in any way because it's like it's our right to just do whatever, consume content as we like. That's actually a very big con of being a content creator for me is I can't opt out of social media. I have to be posting on it, and then because I get caught in weak moments. I get sucked into the ecosystem way easier.
So I saw some people. I was interested into that, and I saw some people starting using social media on desktop, like laptop, and it's a good way because I feel when I'm on the Mac, I don't watch the Reel. I will maybe scroll a few stories, but it's like message basically.
I also have an extension called Newsfeed Eradicator. That it kills everything in the feed and just lets me see the messages.
That's
I use that for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so I don't see any recommendations. It's just a blank search bar. Because otherwise, then I'm not going on and going, ooh. And that helps me a lot.
That's difficult, I feel.
It's very difficult.
And I would say it's the cons of being like a content creator. Now, if we talk about the pros, do you have one in mind?
Pros, 100%. For me, the biggest one is that when I had hundreds of ideas written down on my phone that I thought were actually never going to be anything. And now I have this backlog of content that I'm just finally making real, you know? Like hundreds, every time I thought I had something funny, I thought that was just going to die inside my phone's hard drive. Whereas now it's becoming pieces that I'm giving out to people. And people are responding to it. And it's very satisfying connecting with people, like someone commenting being like, I was really struggling with this and you kind of helped me with that. It's just very fulfilling. The fulfillment of it is the most satisfying, I think.
So you feel like you are connecting with people is working now.
Yes, which is ironic because I'm just in my bedroom alone. But once I put it out there, then I interact with people and that's very satisfying.
And I think a lot of YouTubers and content creators are like at the beginning shy people as well, like introvert people, because like succeeding on this platform require you focus and time to produce content where someone extrovert will not have the energy to do. To give.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm quite an introverted person, and that makes, because I was like, I would love to be in a field where I could just go in my room, create something, and put it out without anyone else's help. But I think the better I get at this, and the more I connect with people, the more that I want people to be involved in it as I open up over time. You know.
So you feel like people are your inspiration in a way.
Absolutely, and it's also a way I think of indirectly connecting with people, because especially just for me, I've found connecting with people a difficult thing that I've been working on. And this is kind of a way of connecting with people without having to be in the same room as them. It's kind of like a little cheat that I'm doing.
Is this related to why you did like theater and like comedy?
Okay. Because comedy, acting in general, is like literally just enforced connection. All you're doing in a scene is trying to connect with the other person. So I think I struggle with connection. So then something in me was calling out, saying, you need to connect. That's what you feel like you're missing. And so I subconsciously found this, the main profession where the only goal is human connection. I think is interesting.
What does, from your point of view, what was the blockage that was making you not connect with people?
It was fear. It's just fear. It's fear and learned patterns of protective behavior. You learn when you're younger that maybe connecting with people is dangerous or it doesn't feel good. So you choose to dissociate, you check out. And then you grow up and you still have those parts of you trying to hold you back.
I see.
And then it's your job to actively, as a person, relax those, say it's okay, it's safe to connect with someone else, and then you open up and you get. I've noticed I've got a lot more energy now.
Okay.
I'm like reclaiming bits of my life energy that have been lost. You know,
Okay.
Does that make sense? Sorry, we took a quick ad break there.
Yeah.
So where were we? We'll talk about pros.
Yeah.
Pros of being a digital creator.
Yeah.
So what you got? What else excites you about it?
I think is that you can be recognized as an expert or someone that contributes to the society. I think something that I realized is that before I was good at my job, but no one knows it except people from the company. And if you want to have a spread that is worldwide, then you need to make people know outside of where you are working. And by creating video tutorials, this allows me to share with the world.
It's very interesting. Did you ever? Because I know in Australia, there's. Have you ever heard of tall poppy syndrome?
Never.
It just means like there's a plant, a flower called a poppy, and when it grows too high, we cut it down.
Oh yeah.
So tall poppy syndrome is, don't be too boastful or brag about your work.
Yeah.
So I think some people would be reticent to want to go out there and ask for people to recognize how good they are at their job.
Yeah.
But do you ever feel that at all, or are you more, I'm proud of my work and I want other people to see it?
Like I think I'm enough smart to present it in a way that doesn't look pretentious. You know what I mean? So it's more like I give than I receive or I ask to receive.
Well, that's it. I guess it's all about, and everything I read about digital content always comes down to the same thing, which is add value. All you have to do is add value for free, and you'll build an audience.
I think Gary Vee released a book called Jab, 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 Hook. So it's like give, take. So it's basically like
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And actually, on that idea, and this ties back to consuming content, is in this online writing book that I'm reading. One of the main tenets is you should consume only as much as you create. So if you consume 4 hours of content, you should be creating for 4 hours. And that balance should never tip too far into. Otherwise, I'll read about making or watching videos about YouTube rather than making videos. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And you feel good. You get a little dopamine hit from learning, but you're not actually implementing any of the lessons.
Just dreaming.
Yeah, you're just sitting there dreaming, just like,
No, exactly. And yeah, I agree. I totally agree. You need to execute. Like you need to push and to produce content. I think that's the most important thing.
Learn by doing. And I think, like for me, just tiny things that I would never have learned from a video, just from doing, is like little things like that salt lamp is flickering right now in the video because the shutter speed of the camera and the aperture I need to get enough light in conflict, so that the shutter speed is so high, so fast, it's faster than the electrical current flowing through the lamp. So the lamp is flashing in the video. And then the audio levels and there's so many things, how to speak to a camera and seem authentic. You can't watch videos on it. You got to do it. You just got to do it over and over and fail and fail and fail.
But do you feel like so far, what are like the benefits? So you mentioned that you have a bank of content that you are sharing with the world and people have the opportunity to interact with it and they are grateful for it. What else do you feel make you continue this YouTube journey?
Well, I think it's it's like a compulsion almost. Like a lot of my comedy ideas are based on tiny anxieties that I have, like worrying about. Like yesterday, I was in a restaurant and I was just worried that I was standing too close to the waiter and that he was gonna feel uncomfortable. So I was like, I don't know where to stand in, like something so specific like that.
So you feel you have a lot of things like this.
It's just when I have things like that, I just really love the idea of showing people and being like, does anyone else feel this way? Does anyone else feel this way? And making fun of those sorts of things, making fun of the little things that I worry about, helps me feel whole. I think in a way.
I think like it's really funny in a way that I do have like the same type of thing sometimes. Like for example, if I eat at a restaurant and there is like people walking behind me, it stresses me out. Like I need to have a wall behind me, you know?
Why? What are you?
I don't know.
What are you afraid of is going to happen? They're going to come up and be like, "Hey, Arthur, what are you doing?"
I just don't like when there is movement behind me. It's the same with the song. I don't like to hear song behind of me. Like for example, it's just a lot of small things.
See, I love things like that because those specific things are the things that I want to post and be like, not only does anyone feel this way, but hey, it's okay. It's okay that you worry about this. I worry about it too.
Yeah.
And then all these people flock and they go, oh my God, I didn't think anyone else thought about that. That brings me a lot of joy. Because I used to think I had a lot of problems that like no one else understands me. Like no one gets it. Like I'm so anxious. I'm like depressed. And then the older I got, I'm like, everyone's dealing with the same problems.
Different things.
Everyone. Like you'll worry about this with a girl. I'll worry about the same thing. I'll worry. Someone who's got 10 million subscribers on YouTube will wonder, are they good enough? You know, I don't think I don't think any amount of success will get rid of those problems. You know?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And so I'd rather just make fun of them and enjoy bonding with other people over our shared problems.
Yeah, that's really good. And like another question that I have for you is maybe have you already found a way to monetize your content? And what's the objective with your YouTube channel? Have you already a few ideas on how you could live from that?
Okay, so I'll answer this question, then I'm going to put that back onto you because I'm very interested to hear what you say.
Yeah.
So I haven't figured out a way to monetize it yet. I mean, my ideal is that I slowly build an audience and then either you can make money through ads, just monetization, or I can build some kind of digital product that adds a lot of value.
Yeah.
Like I've been considering writing an ebook that summarizes like the 100 self-help books I've learned and just giving you a snippet, but in my own words, that's a bit funner. I think just fun it up a bit. Just trying to condense all the most important lessons I've learned so that someone can just refer to a 20-page document that has like Atomic Habits is here, you know, Dopamine Nation is like this much, I think, and sell it for like $5 or something. I don't know. But that doesn't work until I have 100,000 followers, you know? So until then, it's just about make what interests me. Or it could turn into I make TikTok comedy videos and then I get picked up to make a TikTok series or maybe like a fully sized comedy web series or something. I try not to think too far ahead and just focus on what I'm making next. And as long as I focus on making it the best it can be, I think opportunities will come. Will come.
Definitely.
What about you? What's your plan?
Like I have different channels that are working more or less well. I think like the one that is working pretty well is LinkedIn. I think like so at this stage I work for a company and it's going well. But I'm sure that developing the content on my different social media that is my topic of expertise will help me to like grow in my career first. But then once I want to create my own company or my own product, I can leverage my different channel to drive traffic to my my website. And what I'm interested in is like digital content, so like Skillshare, basically like the app that you are using to learn, but related to my field. So I would like to create maybe a platform where people can learn about Salesforce Marketing Cloud online.
That's what I was going to ask, if you could make just like even making a Skillshare course or something, or your own paid course, because what you're doing is it's you and 3 other guys, and you're really good at it. So I feel like there's a real opportunity there for you
definitely.
Especially if this many 20,000 people are. You say maybe watching them on LinkedIn, then that's a great way to.
You can drive traffic.
Just be like, hey, if you like these videos, I've got a full course on this whole thing. And it's laid out cleaner and it's exactly what you can.
I think this is what I will definitely do on the side and like growing this platform with the time. I think that's my plan at this stage.
I love that. And now I want to ask, so where would you want to see yourself? If ideal scenario, where would you want to see yourself in, let's say, in just 1 year from now?
1 year? I think I would like ideally. I like to represent myself with numbers, and I think in 1 year I would like to be at 200K a year. This is like something that I could do, and it will require a lot of work, but I think it's doable. So 200K, have a full-time job, and also have like something on top that do like a bit more to reach this level of life. But it doesn't mean that you feel rich or not with this price. It's just that a number in my mind. This will make me feel good. No, that's true. Yeah,
okay. That's so funny because it's like so many people, say money doesn't buy happiness, but you think that metric will bring you.
Yeah, it's my objective, I think.
Yeah. Do you think it's not the number necessarily, but the growth towards an objective that brings you joy?
I think it's like buying stuff.
He's like the ultimate capitalist. You're like, buying stuff makes me happy.
Yeah, I definitely like a good milestone of my life. I think like the day I will become an adult is when I buy like a car, like a supercar.
What, a supercar?
Yeah.
What would you get?
Like a supercar. Like first car, I think like I will buy like a Mustang, but it's not a supercar, it's a muscle car. But a supercar, maybe like Ferrari is nice. Like I will really like a Ferrari, like Portofino. So it's like something that you can still drive during the day. And this is like 400,000. So you need to make more than 1 million, definitely, to get it. So this will be my number more in 5 years, but like in 1 year now, making like 200K a year will be like a good thing. But
my dream is to buy a Tesla.
Oh, no.
I just want a Tesla. It's just clean. It's beautiful.
It's easy. Yeah.
It's electric.
Yeah.
But I'm only making like 50K a year right now. So I'm just trying to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make enough money to survive.
Yeah.
And then hopefully there's some exponential growth from the side hustle. But
do you have like any plan of or roadmap? Do you have any number in mind that you would like to reach?
No. So I like to focus on process-based goals instead of outcome-based. So I wouldn't like to say 1,000 subscribers in a year. Mine will more be like, I want to put out at least one video a week for a whole year, and at least 2 TikToks a week for a whole year.
Yeah.
And then if I could just focus on the process, then I think the outcomes will come my way.
Yeah.
So that consistency is my biggest goal right now.
Okay.
I would love to get up to 2 videos a week. If I get good enough at my process that I have several videos going at once and I can just upload them, schedule uploading. That's my dream. My dream is 2 high quality videos a week by the end of a year.
And may I ask what was your dream before you get into like this content creation, like not strategy but like plan? Because when I met you for the first time, and I think it was not so long ago, you told me, I think, that you were into series and stuff like this, but you were not talking about this content creation.
No, I hadn't even thought. I was just only acting, which is great.
Yeah.
But when you're an actor, you can't just. It's not like editing where I can sit down and just practice editing for 8 hours. Acting is hard to practice in a vacuum.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need something else, because if you're just waiting to become a famous actor, it's going to be a long wait, and you might wait forever. So I had to do something that was within my control. You know?
Yeah, I understand. So, do you still want to be a famous actor?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! Are you serious? Oh, that'd be the dream. And I'll never stop. I'll never stop acting.
Oh, okay.
And also, what's interesting is they both feed each other. Like, being good at acting made me much more natural on camera from the start, which is, I think, one of the hardest parts for people new to the YouTube game. But the second thing is acting on camera as myself makes me better in acting auditions.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's not about being someone else. Well, this is my philosophy. It's just about being the most authentic version of yourself while a camera is rolling in the background. So I've found I'm better at acting because of the YouTube videos I've made. So I'll keep doing both, and they'll keep feeding each other.
And do you think you will be able to live from that?
From acting?
Yeah. Oh, and YouTube.
I think if I keep working really hard, yes. Because I think I have all the skills. I think I have something unique to offer, which is self-help, but crossed with comedy, self-help comedy, anti-self-help, which is like taking the piss out of self-help. I think there's something there that could garner a big enough audience that I would be able to quit my job. But I think it'll be, honestly, probably 3 years of really hard work with a lot of with nothing for a long time.
Oh yeah, like a hard road.
Yeah, long hard. Yeah. Well, that's what an exponential curve is. You know, it's like nothing.
Yeah. Do you think it happened that way?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, even little things like a little mini version of that is the TikTok I made that went semi-viral.
Yeah.
It was like nothing.
Yeah.
And then I looked, and every time I refreshed it, I was like, Jesus Christ. And I didn't expect it at all. Yeah. It's really amazing. But yeah. So now I want to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you want? Just basically, what do you want your overall impact to be on the world through the things that you're doing? Not just the digital content, but the way you live your life in general. I think.
I think like I think I enjoy working for a company, but I always have like this entrepreneurial things that I dream to build my own product and my own career, like my own. I think my real dream is to build my own software. You know, I like when people use product, and that's the best thing that I like. And I think I'm quite good like at technology and education. So it will be educating people about technology. I think it makes sense because all my career I have worked for education startup and now technology where we implement the software. So I would say I would like to bring knowledge to people on how to use complex things. And like the idea is to simplify the process. Like you simplify the why and how these things work. I think as this, I'm pretty good at it and I enjoy it. So what I would like to contribute to the world is basically being better at technology, I guess. And as myself, I'm pretty simple. Like, I think it's really difficult actually. Yeah, I don't think I want to make a positive impact by educating people, but I don't want to bring peace in the world or things like that.
You don't want to save the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think,
I think that's fine. I don't think everyone needs to try to save the world. I think we all have very positive impacts in our own very specific ways.
Oh, yeah. How about you? How do you feel you would like to contribute to the world?
I'm going to save the world. Yeah.
Really?
No. I think the way I contribute to the world is letting people not be so serious about the things that hold us down, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's because I've been down that road. I've been so down and just stuck in my own head. And I think the mixture of making fun of things with comedy, which I think comedy is a very important part of society, you know? They say that the comedians go out to the edge of what's known and unknown, and they kind of go and they bring something back, and that reintegrates into society, and society evolves. And that's what all artists do, really. And that really interests me. Getting down to, like, comedy is really, like, what is a human being? How can I comment on the human condition? And that excites me a lot, and I think it helps people just take this pressure off their shoulders a bit. Because I feel like, especially with social media, there's a lot of pressure to be, you know, you have to be perfect, don't mess up, you'll be ruined forever, people will judge you. And I want to get rid of all that. And then the other side is, with the self-help content, is just like, the same as you, I think, making ideas really accessible, you know? So I'd just summarize a book and be like, if you just use these 5 little things, I think they can help you. Because I know I've run so many experiments on myself, trying to figure out how to be less anxious, less depressed, how to be happier, connect with people. Like, I've dealt with so many of the problems. So if I can help anyone not make all the same mistakes I did and improve faster than I did, then I think that would be a very positive impact.
Yeah, I think it would be good. And basically, do you want to reduce the stress of the people in a way?
I just want to reduce the unnecessary self-administered suffering of the world, you know? Just whipping yourself. I want to take away some of that shit.
Do you feel it's difficult to be a human nowadays?
In some ways, it's the easiest it's ever been. In terms of, you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs in first world countries. The, like, infant mortality rate is the lowest it's ever been. We have the most resources we've ever had. We're the most. There's free information everywhere. Anyone with a phone or YouTube can learn anything. You don't have to go to university. But on the other side, depression, anxiety, suicide, all like, we have the most stuff, but we're the most depressed because we have too much shit pulling us in 20 different directions. So? Definitely. I mean, I catch myself getting sucked into holes on TikTok and Instagram and coming out like I was in a trance.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. So in some ways I think it's like easiest to survive, hardest to be happy now.
Yeah, it's like a golden jail, basically.
Golden jail, exactly. You're like, oh, it's so nice in here. Yeah, exactly.
And do you do sport or anything like this as well for your mental health?
Yeah. I love weightlifting, rock climbing, soccer. Yeah. What about you? You do lots of things. I've seen in your Instagram.
Like morning gym. Like I go to the gym in the morning right now. After, like, I run, I swim with my friend, but like something that I'm consistent is like the gym in the morning.
Yeah, me too. 6:30, I try to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I feel sometimes I really don't want to fucking do it. I'm like, sometimes I really don't want to film a video. I'm like, But then as soon as I finish it, I'm like, so glad I did that.
Do you feel this help with your mind condition?
Definitely. Yeah. The huge impact. Consistent exercise and sleep and diet is 60% of the battle, I think.
Yeah, I can feel it as well. Like the moment I stopped doing exercise, when I went to my office, I didn't want to see people in.
Yeah, I was the same. I was like, no one look at me. Yeah.
Because I think you are not fully wake up. And by going to the gym in the morning, you wake up and then you are presentable in front of others. Yeah. Where otherwise you just feel someone took you off the bed and bring you to the office.
Exactly, because you are just rolling out, you get then your computer like this.
And I saw that the morning in the street when I walk and I'm full of energy because I already did some sport. I can feel people are sleeping.
Yeah. You can see it, and you're like, like I know when I walk into the office, I used to like go past the receptionist like this. Now when I work out, I walk in and be like, hey, what's going on? And I much prefer that version of myself, you know.
So if you could describe like where the best version of yourself is, could you describe like the Josh that is way better and far away from this Josh?
Okay, so we're gonna do ideal Josh, then we'll do ideal Arthur. So I have to be careful with talking about being better because my therapist catches me being like, you're always beating yourself up to be better. It shouldn't be from a place of whipping yourself. It should be excited about growth. So I think where I want to head towards is a more vulnerable, more access to my emotions, expressing emotions, much more consistent with I think just productivity, time, blocking out more of my time so that my calendar is full. Not that I'm too busy, but just that I'm intentional about every hour of the day, even if it's an hour of relaxing. It's like, this is my hour to relax, then I'm going to go and do this. And I think just being less tense, less grasping, like I need to be great, and more like, I'm already great. It's okay. And I can relax and I can be just more playful. If I could choose one, it would always be playfulness. More playful as I get older. You know when you see old men and they're like really cheeky and like, I want to be one of those old men, you know? Because they finally let go of all their bullshit and caring what other people think of them, and they're just being themselves.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is it related to being more flexible in a way?
Like mentally flexible? Yeah, for sure. I think like more malleable. Yeah. Just like less rigid.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I used to have a lot of issue before with my mind because like I was too like a girl told me you need to be more flexible, like because like I think like as soon as the thing didn't happen as I want, then I was become angry.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, and I think it's so good to learn. Okay, so this plan is cancelled. Maybe I have this to do instead. Or you know, like I think like skills is to be so much flexible that nothing can bother you, and there is always something interesting to do. And I think it's so difficult to manage because it's not only about you; it's about people that you are hanging out with. You know what I mean? So, for example, it's like today, like we schedule a time. Like let's say 30 minutes before, I say, "Oh, sorry, I don't come. I'm too tired." Then it will piss me off, you know, if someone do that.
Yeah, some of that to me, it makes me really angry.
Yeah. And so this is something that I need to learn to be more relaxed with, and sometimes it's like to take to plan more. So now I'm planning more. Okay, if this person cancel, then I have this to do, or I have that. Or if I organize an event and this guy doesn't come, then it doesn't matter because there is someone else that will. You know what I mean?
There's a great do you know the parable of the Chinese farmer? Have you heard of this? I'm gonna completely butcher it, but I'll tell it now. There's like a Chinese farmer, and he's working in the farm. Yeah. He's tilling a field or something, and his son is riding a horse, and the horse kicks him off, and the son breaks his leg, and everyone from the village comes up to him, and he says, "Oh my God, this is terrible. The son's broken his leg. How's he going to work for you anymore? Isn't this terrible?" And then the Chinese farmer says, "Maybe." And then the next day, the military come to his house, and they say, "We're here to draft your son to the military." And they see the son, and they're like, "Oh, he's got a broken leg. I guess we'll excuse him from duty." And then they're like, "See, isn't that great? Isn't that amazing that your son got it?" And he's like, "Maybe." And then the next day, the son goes out, and something terrible happens to him, and it just keeps going on. And the Chinese farmer always just says, "Maybe," because you never know if something is in the long term positive or negative.
Yeah, that's a good thing as well. I guess so. Yeah, I try to do that so much.
Yeah, but also the other thing is, anger is very helpful sometimes. Anger is, you don't want to completely get rid of your anger, because it's a very powerful motivational force, you know? So it's a balance. I never know how much I really want, you know?
Yeah. And I think I still enjoy like people that say no to me before, like for everything related to job and everything, because sometimes I remember them, and it really pushed me to continue to work hard. I wish sometimes I could print like the face of the people that say no to me.
That have hurt you. The people that slighted you on your wall. Well, that's like, you know, Michael Jordan used to do that.
Oh, really?
If he was like needed to get fired up, he'd just make up some story in his head about the other guy, and he'd be like, "This piece of shit. Like I'm gonna really? Kill him," and then he would go out and.
Oh, okay, I never heard of that.
Yeah. He'd just create enemies just so he could push himself harder.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
It's good in balance. You don't want to be Michael Jordan, because he was a bit of a psycho. You know?
Oh, really?
Depends.
Yeah.
It depends how much of a like how cold you want to be, how cold-hearted you want to be. You would really want to get to the top if it costs beating people down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where do you sit on that? Where do you sit on that balance? You know.
Like to.
Like if you could be at the top, but you had to hurt other people in some way. Yeah. Would you take that? Is there a trade-off there that you would take?
No, I think like people help you to go on the top. You don't go on the top alone, and I think like every time I feel proof of success, it was due to the people that I helped first that give me back like that. So I would take it this way, like people help you to climb, and alone, I don't think you can be strong. I noticed like there is a super interesting sentence is I realized that even a strong man, if he is alone, is weak. Like a really strong man needs to be a group of men at the end of the day. Like if you are alone, you are not that strong. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree completely. You have a great sentence for everything.
No, I think it's true.
It's true. It is definitely true. There's even a thing in chimpanzee cultures, they observe that if an alpha male comes in and just beats up the other alpha and then takes the new position, but he doesn't take care of any of the other chimps, they all band together and tear him apart.
Oh yeah.
So even if you're the strongest single person, you're nothing compared to the group. The group will always win.
This is so interesting. And I saw that also like you know, like the rapper, like
the what?
No, artist, hip hop artist, rapper.
Oh, the rapper.
Yeah. Sorry. Like they are often in a group, and like the guy that make money by.
Sorry, still laughing.
Like the guy that make money by singing is giving back the money to all his crew.
Yeah, that's right. That's his whole entourage as well, because they've all helped him get where he got. Yeah. Now you've got 1 minute left on your card, so I think we should wrap it up somehow. Yeah. I guess all I want to say is thank you for coming into my my studio.
No, it's a beautiful house.
Yeah, thank you.
It was nice.
And to have just a conversation about like for anyone watching, we've only met once or twice.
Yep, twice. I think.
And so to have a conversation of this depth that quickly, I think is very exciting. So thank you.
Yeah, it's exchange of value.
Exchange of value, exactly. I'm trying to add value to your life. So thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anything else you want to say before we
Goodbye.
close off? Oh yeah. Goodbye.